Okay. The Joey.
Good job,
The
Joey.
Joey. Hey, good to see
guys.
you, Joey.
Keep touching Kevin, Joey.
2000
So,
what?
hey, Joey, did you play a Nintendo in New York or what?
I actually just came from Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
New York Comic-Con was today.
NYCC's going on, and there's
It
a
just
Nintendo
ended.
store right down the street from the Jacob Javits Center.
Yeah, that's where I got this today.
That's where
He's
you got
right.
that
Oh, nice.
today.
All right.
He's right.
That explains it.
That's where I got it.
How is New York Comic Con? Have you been to San Diego Comic Con ever?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I always
It's
want
like-
to find people who've been to both, but it's rare. You either go to one or the other.
Yeah.
It seems.
Coastal.
Yeah, it's an event. It's just like, it tires you out. I'm sure you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sounds about the same as what we got over here.
Were the Killer Pumpkins there? Did you see the Killer Pumpkins booth?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, you missed them.
I actually went to the, what's his name? Todd McFarlane booth panel today.
Dope.
And,
Talk about the new Spawn?
He actually did.
Sick.
I think he announced during it that he's writing, directing, and producing the movie.
Yeah,
and
he's-
he allegedly has Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner on board for it.
You know what? I think that movie's going to suck.
Oh, no!
You know why?
The first one sucked. How could the second one suck?
What has Todd McFarlane directed in the past? That's
But
so
that's
good.
why
No,
the first one
The
sucked.
Nothing.
Freak on a Leash video.
He actually talked about that again, and he was like, "Yeah, this is my first time directing, and they told me that I couldn't get any A-listers, so I went out and got A-listers."
Well, yeah, if you have $200,000, somebody will take your money and act in your movie. But how are you going to direct them if you've never directed anything?
Yeah, I was a little skeptical about it too, because he was really arrogant. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Todd
Okay.
McFarlane's a really arrogant dude, and I just felt like he had like a big poster of it, but he didn't have anything to show for it.
Typical
he
Comic-Con
really-
that
teaser.
He really talked it up, and he really got everyone excited about it, but he didn't have anything to show for it.
Okay, so in my experience, the people who talk a lot and don't have anything to show aren't as successful as the people who don't talk a lot and just work on their shit. And they're like, you'll see it when it's done, and it's going to be fucking great.
Next, he's
You
going to
know
be
what I
asking
mean?
for Kickstarter money.
Maybe.
It's going to be a crowdfunded
Maybe.
thing. It'll turn in.
Actually, this conversation has got me excited because now I kind of want to see what kind of train wreck this is going to be.
Maybe he's got like a really professional, like De Palma's going to be his assistant director and just do all the work.
Yeah, I'm Todd McFarlane. I've never directed anything before, but Brian De Palma, you made Scarface. You should be my assistant director.
And then you kinda
so
work
I
your
could
magic.
filter my genius through you.
Yeah.
And you'll just tell me when I'm being a fucking idiot.
And I'll keep it right on with the comic, so.
Maybe he could get Steven Spielberg to be like the guy who holds the boom mic.
Best boy.
Maybe Martin Scorsese could work the slate for him too.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a dope movie then.
Yeah, good crew.
I think the other thing that he was talking about was like, oh, my version of R is so much different than Hollywood's definition of R.
Ooh,
you see,
edgy.
you've got PG-13 here, and then you've got Deadpool over here being like right next to PG-13 in terms of R, and then over
this
here
guy.
you've got Logan,
Yeah.
and then he literally walks across the stage. He's like, and here is where my movie's gonna be.
Yeah, did
And
everyone clap?
Yeah, everyone clapped after that.
What
Yeah.
could that entail?
This
Is-
fucking
is he
guy.
gonna make Spawn fucking dead animal?
Dude,
Like,
it's going to be
what-
so violent.
if Logan is here and Spawn is across the room, what kind of scenes is this guy
Dude,
putting in his movie?
Clown is
Yeah,
going to dig
and
up
then-
Spawn's grandmother and make him eat her box.
And then
Are
he
we
said,
gonna like
the
see
funniest
Spawn's
thing-
asshole? Like, just Spawn turns around and fucking spreads his cheeks.
Flames. The chains will fly from his anus
Yeah, like
and impale you.
fucking R is across the room.
It's going to be
And then
sick.
he's like, he says the funniest thing too about it after that, and he's like, I don't see any kids in this room. Meanwhile, like 3 rows ahead of me, there are like a whole row of kids. I don't see any kids in this room. but if any kids go see this movie, they're gonna leave crying.
Oh.
And there's like a whole row of kids, like 2 rows
Nice.
ahead of me.
Cool.
Todd's killing it then. Sick.
It's a truly good superhero movie. Makes children weep at the sight of it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna
I'm
get,
telling
That's
you.
great.
Hey, if I was 7 years old and I go to the Spawn movie and I see Spawn's asshole and chains are flying out of it, I might shed a tear. It just might make my eyes water a little bit.
Dude, if Power
It's like,
Man
I want-
5000
I want
starts
the-
playing and chains fly out of his asshole on screen, I'll lose
He's
my
like,
shit with you, Dare.
He's like, I want the kids to leave crying, and I want the parents to be offended at what they saw.
Yeah,
I think that's the exact quote.
So who's the movie for at that point? Who's left?
The people of Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I don't know.
guess so. All right, well, the Joey, I appreciate the Spawn update. That was
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited to see how this movie turns out.
Great NYCC talk.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Joey.